flip. Yeah, it looks like Loye will be breaking.
It's going to be a good match.
Yeah, should be.
Maybe a hill thriller.
Yeah, it'd be nice. We haven't had any close matches on the stream table so far. Thanks. All of them except one have been 6-2, and we're not going to mention that one that wasn't 6-2.
Slow to break off in the first rack.
Yep. Yeah, he makes the 10 on the side.
Stripes look pretty good. Solid,
Yeah,
you got the 3 balls an issue.
Yeah, 13's a little bit of an issue for Stripes.
Yeah, but I think I'd rather the 13 over the 3 ball.
No, I agree.
Because 13 goes both ways. It actually goes up into top left and the top right, so
Yep.
you can get to the it's a short side by either of the 2 stripes below the 8 ball. So now Loye could just roll forward and have the 13 straight up.
Yeah, have the 13 straight up.
He wants to have a back cut angle on the 13. That way he could roll over, maybe between the 6 and the 2.
Yeah, because he needs a good angle on the 14 to be able to get back on the 8. Oh, wait, never mind. There's an 11 ball there. He's not going from the 14 to the 8.
He's landed a little flat on this 13. It's going to be flirting with the 5 ball a little bit here.
Yeah.
Okay, Leroy Taylor, Rick Miller, table 13. Leroy Taylor, Rick Miller, table 13.
Rick Miller beat Jeff Ball, so Jeff Ball is eliminated. I'm going to step out of the booth to eat. I'll be back soon.
Okay. All right, so Joe coming to the table now. Because Loye got rid of those two stripes down on the foot end of the table, well, one of them, the three ball's not as much of an issue because I believe it will go by. I mean, I believe you can pocket it in the upper right corner without making a bad hit on the 8. So, nice shot by Joe. Gets himself a good position to take care of the 3 ball now. So he's going to take the 2 in the side here. Probably draw back a little bit for the 4 in the corner. Then he can just play the 7 in the corner and roll up for the 8 ball. Okay, nice out by Joe. He takes the 1-0 lead, and it will be his break. Yeah, it looks like Joe's come up dry on the break. He's Loye. Takes the solids. He's got good angle on the 3 here. I believe he can get shape on that 4. He doesn't need to break it out. Not sure this is the pattern he wanted to play here. I think he wanted to get shape on that 1 ball. Now he's going to have to go from the 5 to the 4 and then get back to the 1 off of the 4. Or he could go from the 5 to the 1 to the 4. But either way, it's... Oh. Runs into the 10. I think he's hidden himself from both balls. Goes rail first, makes a good hit on the 1. But Joe has good shots on the 10, the 9, and the 11, depending on how he wants to play this. Can't tell if the 15 will pass by the 4 there or not. I think it does. Selected to go with the 11 in the side. Yeah, 15 must go the way Joe's elected to play this, because he's, by taking this ball, he's leaving himself no way of breaking that ball out if it didn't go. Oh wow, he hit that really well. He hit that really nice. Yeah, 15 ball goes by. Comes back, gets himself a good angle on the 10. Can just roll forward a little bit for the 13, excuse me. Okay, and Joe's looking to take a 2-0 lead here. Just have the 13, and then I imagine the 8 on the side. I don't know. Tried to come up around to play the 8 in the top right corner and didn't hit it hard enough. So he left himself a 50-yard line here. Not sure where he's going. Looks like he's cutting it to the corner. Oh, he hit that nice center pocket. Great shot by Joe. He takes a 2-0 lead. It'll be Loye's break. Let's take another look at that nice cut that Joe made to help set up that run out. All right, so Loye breaking down 2-0. Oh, he scratches in the side. So left the 211 tied up along the rail. So it's not going to be a simple out for Joe here.
What's been going on?
Dylan's back from his dinner, lunch, I don't know.
Both.
Yeah.
Looks like Joe's up 2-0.
Yep.
So Joe has ball in hand. 2 and 11 seem to be the biggest problem on the table right now.
Yeah.
I think he's going to try and go into it right here.
Yeah. Good, because he should almost certainly come out with a shot on the 3 here after going into them.
And he opened it up.
Wasn't sure the 11 was going to come out of there at first, but
Now he could play it if he wants.
yeah.
Not the biggest issue for Joe is the 6 ball.
Well, this position's now going to be his biggest issue. He's rolled too far. He's behind the 1, so he can't get the 3.
He's going to have to play combo. With the bridge.
Or bank the 4. I'm pretty sure he just called the 1 ball. He might be trying to play it off the rail, off the backside of the 3 and in.
I don't know if I like that. Because he's going to be moving the 3 out of the pocket. He's going to have to draw back off of that.
Yeah. Oh, no,
No,
okay,
he
he
played the
did play the combo, okay. He may have just said something about the 1 ball, or so, I'm not sure. I just definitely heard 1 ball. But, although,
Maybe
in
he just
honesty,
said-
with these headphones on, I might have heard somebody else speaking. It might not even have been Joe.
He might have just said 1 off the 1 into the 3.
Yeah.
And all you heard was the 1. shot there. No, he would have wanted a little bit more out of that ball. But he's okay. He can cut the 7 in the side, come go down to the rail and back up.
Play a 6 on the opposite side.
Yep.
Yep. All right, plays it to the corner.
Didn't even know it went there. That was a really good shot there
It
by
was
Joe.
very nice.
Nice shot there.
Yeah.
Draws to the rail and out for the 8. This to put the match at 3-0 on his break.
Yes. Joe's broken dry again. It's left a bit of a cluster up there by the side pocket.
What do you like, Dave?
I don't know. If you want high balls, you can take the 11 now and bump the 10 out, but then you still have to deal with the 15 and the 12.
So I'm thinking high balls is probably the answer here.
Yeah.
'Cause the
Yeah, maybe you shoot the 11 without bump. Well, doesn't look like he's taking the 11.
probably
but
going to start with the 14.
I was thinking maybe take the 11 and just roll to the rail and then shoot a back cut on the 12, which will cause you to bump the 6 out of there and open the pocket up for the 15.
You still need very good position
Yeah.
on the 15, and then you got to get on the
And
10
then you
as
still
well.
have to do something with the 10, yeah.
So he's electing to take solids here.
Yeah. I mean, you could take the 6 here and possibly bump the. Oh no. Does
I
he?
think he's taking the 2
I didn't
off
realize.
the
He,
11. Oh,
I
nope,
did not
straight in.
realize he could play the 2 in. Knowing that, I agree with taking solids now. I didn't realize that that 2 ball went like that. Needed to draw out a little bit more so he could take the 6 next. But
Correct. Now he's got to take the 3, come around. So now
I think I would have hit that a lot harder and trying to come around for the 6 there.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to leave the 5 and the 6 as my last 2 balls here.
No, he's going to try and get on the 6 now.
Yeah.
It's a 5 past the 8.
I believe so.
Oh, good shot.
Yeah.
Now the 5 passes into the side on top of it.
Yeah. Very nice.
Now Loye's getting one back here on Joe's break, so that's a big rack for him.
Yeah. 3 to 1. Loye will have the break to try and close to within 1.
Junick and Bethany, table 7. Junick and Bethany, table 7.
Josh, you want any fries in England? Sauce.
It's a good break.
Yeah, very good.
Pretty wide open. He didn't make anything though, so.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize that. They were so wide open, it just looked like there had to be one going.
Fortunately not in this case. Looks like Joe's shooting the 1 into the 9.
Yep. That's the one thing I don't like about that, though, is it
Yeah, he
takes that pocket away for the rest of the rack.
I didn't like that shot at all. If you were gonna shoot that stripe, I would have just shot it. Luckily for him, I don't think he's gonna need that that pocket.
No, but he definitely could see that ball to shoot straight at it, so I don't know why he would play the combination.
I guess for positional purposes.
Virginia, yeah, I believe there are 2 women in this tournament. There definitely are 2. I think it's only 2. Bethany Sykes and Dorothy Strader.
Good shot there by Joe. Now he'll shoot the 14 and roll up. Then he'll have the 11 next. From there, I'll go up and down with the 11. Try to get straight in on the 10 because that's
Yeah.
12 passes the 2. Shot. Good spin there.
Very nice shot.
Get straight in on the 10. Now you can just stun forward an inch. Stun forward an inch and play the 12 in the other pocket. Unless he has too much angle, then he could draw back and play the 12 in the same pocket as the 10. Decides to draw out for the 12. Has to make a good shot here, though. He has to get back out to the center of the table for the 8. He's going to hit the 6, so this ain't any good. Probably try to kick the 8 in the side. So he's measuring out. Called it in the side.
Yeah,
hit.
it's a good hit, but
Sold.
Brian, these are 9-foot Brunswick Gold Crown 3s. Or, well, what we're streaming is Brunswick Gold Crown 3s. The room has 8 Gold Crown 3s and 6 9-foot Gabriels. Tournament is being played on both types of tables.
He could just roll forward. He had the 2 in the side. Actually decided to stun out to have the 2 in the corner. Probably end up shooting the 7 here, actually. Didn't quite get in line with the 2, so. Now he's going to get rid of the 2 balls down table. Oh, he doesn't want. Oh, he got lucky that ball didn't fall.
Yeah.
If it was me, that ball would have been gone. And I would have been behind the 8. Did they hear me?
I don't think so.
It's a good shot there. He's on the wrong side of the 6, though, so
Yeah.
gonna have to come up with a shot. Loye could also decide to duck here behind the 6.
Yeah, I don't personally like that, but I just don't have the speed control right now for that, especially shooting off the rail.
Well, he's gonna have to power this ball in with the 6 unless he cuts the 2 in the side.
He is shooting at the 2.
So he's either cutting the 2 in the side, the bank, or safe. Cut it
Cutting
inside. That's a
inside,
great
played it
shot.
nice. Very nice shot.
He has to come up with another one. 6 long in the corner. Oh, he's missed it. Will it get in the way?
Even if it doesn't, it's not the easiest shot coming off the rail.
I honestly like Joe to make this ball, though. Nope.
Huh?
Still a difficult shot here for Loye.
Yeah. So we're almost down to the final 8 on the winner's side. We got Dylan Spohr waiting for the winner of Amit Kumar and Tuan Chow. And Russell Obaker versus Brandon Schuff. Brian Jones versus Joey Korsiak. And Jordan Gray versus Steve Fleming. Probably a little bit away from those matches being played, though, as the one-loss side needs to do some catching up.
Emmett Kumar and I forget who he's playing, but they've been playing for a while.
Tuan Chow, yes,
Yeah.
that match has been going for a while.
That was a good shot there by Loye. Just get past the side pocket, and that's pretty much a gone ball.
He fired it in. Gets to within 3-2.
Joe's break.
I say it should be Joe's break, but Loy's gone to rack.
I don't think they even know.
Yeah.
Loye broke last.
They're both saying that Joe broke that last rack, but I really don't think he did.
No, he didn't.
That rack was Loy breaking dry. And then Joe playing the 1-9 combo that we didn't understand why he played. Wasn't it?
Jeremy Mason rejoining us in the booth.
What's up, fellas? Nice match here.
Thank you, Ran. Dylan, try moving the mic a bit closer to your mouth, because they're saying that you're sounding a little far away.
How about now?
Sounds better to me. Real good matchup here. These guys play real close to even. I'm sure these guys have played each other 100 times.
He broke last. It's your break.
No, Loy broke dry, and then you played the 1-9 combo or the 9-1 combo down the rail.
A little bit of confusion on the break, whose break it was there, but we're back in line here.
Yep.
Joe to break, leading 3-2.
We'll see. I'll tell you after you break.
Loses the cue ball all the way up table, but a ball down.
Stripes are looking really good in this rack. They're all open. He's the 13 to start. I believe everything has a pocket. Maybe not the 14. That would be the only ball I'd have in question.
Definitely goes up table if you get good on the 9.
But the solid, you have the 5 and the 1 close.
Might go past the 9 off the rail right now. Looks tight on the monitor, but on these tables you can cheat the pocket a good bit, especially if you put a good little soft stroke on it.
I
Went
didn't
clean.
even need to cheat it.
Wow.
He can play the 12 here.
A lot of times there, with this slight overhead but not quite overhead camera angle, that 9 ball's probably nowhere near as close to the rail as it appears most of the time.
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you like? You like coming out for play the 12 in the side after this, play the
I
9?
honestly like playing the 12 and stopping it there and then drawing out.
I don't like playing a shape for this 9 ball again. I think it's the only ball on the table that can screw you up, and you're on it.
He could draw it back now. And
Yeah, but you're
yeah,
drawing
like
back.
that.
I agree, but you're drawing back to a gap. I just don't
Yeah.
take that risk.
That gap's pretty large. You'd have to almost scratch to be behind the 6.
No, you're probably right.
Got a little closer to the 7 than I would have liked. But now he's in good shape. All he's got to do is roll the 10 in.
Yeah, he'll automatically be going to the right side of the 15.
Shot.
Roll up 8 in the corner, and that'll be a 4-2 lead for Joe.
Yep.
I guess it was an important conversation trying to figure out whose break it was, because Joe's going to break and run after we figured out that it was his break.
Yeah, last
Yes,
rack,
and I
Loye
guess
broke and broke
I guess
dry.
it didn't hurt Joe that he chose not to re-rack Loy's rack either after they figured out whose break it
Yeah,
was.
he'll probably crack a joke about having him rack for him the rest of the way. How are you guys making out in the tournament so far?
I'm still on the winner's side.
You saw the only match I've played, so.
Yeah, we don't talk about Dave's match.
Oh, you haven't played again yet?
No, I drew a bye on the loser side. I could be playing now. I'm not entirely sure why they haven't called that match, but
I think you're playing Rick Scarlotta.
I am.
That happens so much. You guys, it's crazy. Looks like a pretty solid break here. Did you make a ball?
Nope.
No.
Wow, and they are wide open. I like the stripes a lot. Joe's mapping out his pattern from his chair, saving a little energy.
I like to start with the 11.
Yeah, I think if it's me, I want to play maybe play the 11 and the 14 and get that 10 out of there. It's the only ball kind of up on an island by itself. And you just got to, it's real easy to get back down table with that ball hanging, the 13 hanging, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of lets you get back in line on these other balls. But don't sleep on, what is that, the 12 ball. That 12 ball is in a little bit of a funky spot. You got to make sure you are pretty deliberate with how you attack that ball.
You know, once the 9's gone, the 12 passes the end of that pocket, so.
I'm with you, but the pattern that we were just talking about, that 9 ball is going to be played very late.
Honestly, though, if he decides that he wants to get rid of the 9, he could play the 11, get straight in on the 14. He could stop the cue ball there, and then he can get rid of the 9 if he really wants to.
If he's not worried about the 10, which he doesn't have to be, he could just roll forward and then play the 12 to the 13 right now, and the table's really wide open after that. When I don't think he's doing that from this angle. I think he's
No, I think he's
14.
playing
I
the
think
14.
I think he's going to stun the 14 and then play the combination next.
It's kind of got a funny angle to go to the combo. You'd have to really pinch that and draw it back clean softly.
Oh, he's just going to bump it out. That was a great shot.
Yeah, it was pretty natural to do that, and that does open the table up pretty well. I like
But that
playing...
I like playing 10 now. Get rid of it.
No chance. 0 chance I'm bridging in between the 5 and the 9 and playing an 8-foot shot when the 10's not really a problem. I mean, there's a lot of ways to get on it, and it can even be your last ball if you need it to.
I definitely don't want that as my last
I don't
ball.
necessarily want it to, but it can be. again, what we talked about that ball that's hanging, you can play the 9 and the 15 and go up for the 10 and then come back for the 13 and the 12 last if you want.
I don't know, but all I know is the 10 is not my last ball.
You have to get the 15 out of the way here. Either 9 and then the 15 or play the 15 right now because
Well,
you want the 13 to be the ball that brings you back down table, and then you don't want to have to play a combo after that.
I was going to say, if he's playing the 9, he's playing a combo next.
Now, you
'Cause
can
he
play this. Oh, you can play this combo now, sure. I'm saying I don't want to play. I don't want to get to a spot where I have to play that 12-15 as my last couple balls.
For how he's playing it, the 10 is probably his key ball.
I don't mind it being my key ball. The 7's a little bit big for wanting to have an angle to come back for the 8, but I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah, he's going to get rid of the 15 now and probably set up on the 12 to go down to the 10.
You're right, Dylan. I mean, if the 7 wasn't there, you really wouldn't mind the 10 being your key ball. That's the only thing that makes it. It's because the angle that you want, the 7 gets pretty big.
Well, the 7 and the 4 also. You can't
Well, I
go
agree.
forward with the 4.
Right. So I was assuming that we're not going forward there, but you're right. The 4 is why he needs to come backwards on the angle that the 7's at.
And if you're going to draw it, you better be on an angle that you go perfectly in between the 7 and the 2 ball.
You know what? He doesn't have to draw all the way back. If he got straighter, he could just kind of pinch it back a little bit and just cut the 8 to the corner. To the corner he's standing in now.
Yeah.
You don't have to be straight in on the 8. He's got angle, though. This is going to be a little bit of a...
This is where you draw in between the 7 and the 2. I don't know if you can get that much on it.
No, I think he's got to go more past the 4 above the corner.
This is why I didn't like the 10 ball. This is because I think if he draws it here, he's straight into the 2 ball. And then he has to deal with a long shot on the 8.
I definitely wouldn't want it from this angle for sure.
And he's gonna run into the 2. He's gonna have a long shot on the 8.
Yeah, but this is the exact shot you wanted him to play on the 10 ball earlier, but without being jacked up.
Well, the 10 ball was closer to the hole. The 10 ball was closer to the hole, and he had a duck to set up for, so...
Yeah, but you couldn't miss either of them is my point. You don't need the insurance ball when you're shooting the 8. And if you shoot as straight as Joe Wright, it probably doesn't matter.
Great shot by Joe. He goes on the hill.
Definitely agree. The 10 was a little bit hairy for the last ball. I'm just saying... What's Jeremy Jones say? Trust your talent. I think you know that you can play a good pattern to get rid of all them balls down table and get from the 10 to the 8. I definitely would not have wanted the back cut angle that he had, though.
Earlier in the match, he missed a straight in 8 ball. That was pretty elementary, but the only problem that I see with it was he was on the rail. But I still would have expected him to make that.
Good lead here and at the table breaking, and his last break was very, very successful. So,
And his last break was a breaking cleanup, so he's going to want to copy that.
he did lose his cue ball a little bit on that break. He was fortunate to have the ball hanging in front of the side pocket to get started with.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can clean that up a little bit. His cue ball was very near the head rail off the last break.
I think his cue ball was almost in the pocket, the bottom left pocket.
You might be right.
But he's using the second ball break.
I have been too, and actually in my last match, Dylan, I broke perfectly every time. I should have broken ran every single rack that I had because the balls were wide open, and I just couldn't get out in that match. But the second ball break's been working for me. A couple times that I've tried the head break, I've just broke them wide open and not made anything.
I've been using the head break. It's been 50-50 with me making balls, and I've actually made more 8 balls on the break than I have anything else with the head break.
Really? With the
Yeah.
head break? That's interesting.
In my last match, I made 2 8 balls on the break. So he chose stripes, and I think he's overrolled this 15 a touch.
Yeah,
Just enough to where it makes it funky.
Yeah, you may see him pull up and bump the 10 now, just so he doesn't have to be too cute with his cue ball here. Because I think you're right. I think ideally he would have had kind of a stop shot where maybe he just bumps the 8 a little bit and has the 10.
Yeah, he's gonna have to either stun into the rail into the 10 or draw straight into the 10.
Yeah, well, you could create pretty much any angle you want here. Either of those would work. Just got to make sure you come up with a shot. And see, this is
I didn't like that at
yeah,
all.
that's you're asking a lot to draw just past the 8 and not get real steep. See how he does with the rest. Jacked up over the 8. If you roll, the thing is, he's rolling this in. He's gonna end up with a pretty steep shot on the 14 if he makes this.
All you could do is roll it in. You can't do nothing else.
Absolutely.
That's a great shot.
That's about as good as you can hit it. He managed to get the cue ball off the rail, but not really get way up table where the cut's really thin.
Yeah, he's actually perfect here to play the 14 in between the 6 and the 7.
Yeah, and how do you play your cue ball here, Dylan?
Well, he could do one or two things. He could play the 14, and he could just stun down to the 9 ball. Or he could... That's about the best option, actually.
I kind of like going, kind of like the stun that you called, but just go forward with it and get in between the two balls, because the 12 ball goes up table, and if you're not on that, then the 9 goes in the corner. I just don't want to get doubled up and have to play a combo. And the 9 gets real steep real fast if you're stunning one rail at it. You got to kind of lay your cue ball right on the rail here. He cut it the other way, and he's going to have the combo.
So that's why I would have stunned it to the bottom right, and I would have just stunned it 1 and left myself up there, where the 9 ball would have played in the same pocket.
It's there. I just think you can definitely play it that way. Just for me, like, you have to get your speed really good and leave your cue ball close to the rail, you know? If you overhit it just a little bit, you end up almost right on top of the 9.
I'd rather that over any combo.
I'm with you on that, and apparently
So would Joe.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was gonna say. So anytime I can avoid a combination, I'm gonna do it. But Joe's a very experienced player, and he may have just decided that his best chance to get out there was guaranteeing himself a shot on the combination. So can't really fault him for that decision. You just gotta find a way to get it down.
Well, Loye's gonna go into the 5 here to open the 5 and the 3 up.
Oh,
There
don't
we go.
scratch. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
that's
it's
so
in the
brutal.
hole.
And that's gonna be the match.
Yep, he's not even gonna make him shoot him.
Yeah.
That's a brutal roll there.
Yeah,
Wow.
he got one of my rolls.
Yeah, how do you clip that ball, go one rail around the 5 and straight into the corner pocket? That's crazy. So anyways, Joe Wright, a 6-2 winner over Loye Bolyard. He advances. Was that a B-side match?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
That's a
So
tough
Loye's
B-side
out.
match for relatively early in the tournament.